segment is brought to you by Goldilocks, offering smart security systems to homes and businesses. Call Goldilocks at 708-889-5600.
Now, from the Signature Bank Studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy. As those who listen to the show know, we're doing this campaign with Preborn, and our goal is to raise $6,000 to help Preborn help women make the choice of life for their unborn children. A one-time donation of $140 provides a free ultrasound for 5 women and their babies. And as we've talked about quite a bit, a woman getting an ultrasound is the most effective way to bring home the reality of the life inside her, and for her to make the proper choice of bringing that baby to term. $140 free ultrasound for 5 women. If you want to make a donation to support our campaign with Preborn, you go to 560theanswer.com/Preborn. And we want to get to $6,000, which would represent 43 babies, or do better than that, and then we'll do better than that number. For more on this, we're pleased to be joined in studio by Scott Wilder, who's the spokesman for Preborn.
Yes.
And you're clapping for yourself.
No, for you guys.
Okay.
Not for me.
Boy, please.
Yay
please.
for the opportunity.
Yes.
Not for me. No.
I mean, we've talked about Preborn quite a bit, but to refresh recollections, and for those who have not heard, the background on Preborn and what you guys do in addition to providing ultrasounds.
It's been around for almost 20 years with a very simple thing: provide free pregnancy tests and free ultrasounds for girls and women so they might know the truth. More than 83% of the time, once you provide that ultrasound, they choose life. You know, it's not the end. I mean, that's actually the beginning. A lot of times the other side says of us, "He doesn't really care." I mean, not really. You want them to make this choice, and after that, you don't really care about the baby or the mom. It's not true.
Right.
It's never been true. It's the beginning of a 2-year-long mentorship that includes things like free maternity clothes, baby clothes, diapers, strollers, cribs, formula, parenting classes, counseling, on and on. It goes, and it all begins with the ultrasound. And one other thing, 100% of what you give today goes directly to providing ultrasounds. We separately fundraise for administrative and overhead. So as we did last year, we came to you and said 100% goes directly to providing ultrasound. Same thing today. And by the way, a thank you for what we did last year. You know, there are babies alive today because of what we did together last year. They just celebrated their first Mother's Day.
Oh.
And for every baby that is saved, there is a mom who is also saved. So every $140 can provide 5 ultrasounds. $280 provides 10, saving 10 babies. Here we are at AM 560, so 560 would provide 20 ultrasounds, saving 20 babies. So we're doing it again. We have a couple of days, really just today here, to save about 100 babies. That'd be $2,800 total, but anything's going to make a difference. And just one other thing, a $15,000 one-time gift. I know it's not, I could never do it, but last year we placed 2 a week, 105 ultrasound machines, and a $15,000 one-time gift can provide an ultrasound machine. So somebody somewhere is doing that, and so maybe that would be you, your business, or whatever you want to do. But for the rest of us, even $28 a month can save a baby a month for less than $1 a day.
Do you deal with fathers too? I mean, are some fathers involved with this?
Absolutely.
And tell us what it's like.
To a quick story. Yeah. Young couple, 16 years old, so high school sophomores, on their way to get an abortion, unmarried. Mm-hmm. She brings him, the father of the baby, with her to a preborn center. She had heard that we provided free ultrasounds, and so she said, look, it's free, won't cost you anything, and it won't take long, and we'll keep the appointment. He came in with her, ball cap on, head down, cell phone out, his back to the machine, really wanted nothing to do with it, just sort of
Right.
appeasing her until they can take care of the problem. She sees her baby on the screen, eyes filled with tears. She's motioning at him, come look at this. It's amazing. Never looks up, never breaks stride with his phone. But then the sonographer puts the Doppler on the young woman's belly.
Mm-hmm.
And he hears the sound of the baby's heartbeat again, 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 again. He puts his cell phone down and just stands up and says, "That's a baby." Those kinds of changes take place all the time. So if you want to be a part of it today, we give you a chance to do it, to stand for life. I'm sure you know there, as you've talked about before, there's a war on the unborn. And if we don't do this, it won't be done. I mean, the other side will join us in a bunch of humanitarian things, building cinder block houses and feeding the hungry and purifying water and digging wells and all those things. But when it comes to this, we're on our own.
Well, the reality, I mean, bringing home the reality of the life, that's what the ultrasound does. And then that other piece that you mentioned is so important because, and why the ultrasounds are so effective is, you said 83% success rate in terms of women choosing life. But that other piece, okay, so now I can't, it's not an abstraction. I can't pretend it's not life, but I'm still afraid, or I still need X, Y, and Z to believe that I can really do this, and that other piece of it closes the deal.
It does. It's the most holistic approach to life I've been a part of, and I've been pro-life. Look, I'm a Dallas native. Roe versus Wade. Roe and Wade. Wade was Henry Wade, our district attorney.
Right.
That whole thing took place at the Ruth Street Women's Clinic, which I know as a junior hire. I know exactly where that place is. So my whole life, I've been a part of this side of this issue. But I've never seen anything that is as effective as this and is hands-off. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. You provide the truth for free at the time she needs it the most. And, the other side, to say they're disingenuous is a nice thing to say. They're liars. They do not stand for women. You cannot be pro-woman and not want women to have the truth as they make this decision. So even if you're not pro-life, everybody should want women to have the truth as they make this decision. Then let it all fall the way it falls.
So how do you reach the women that are pregnant? I mean, do you stand in front of Planned Parenthood with a sign like, "Come with me, Tootsie"?
In the olden times, yeah. But, there's geofencing and all kinds of things that are
I
done.
love geofencing.
Well, it's all the stuff that's going on with our phones and different trackings and all kinds of things. So, for example, when a girl types in pregnancy crisis help, one of the first things that pops up is a local preborn center that is close to her and say, "Would you like more information? Would you like a free pregnancy test? Would you like a free ultrasound?"
Well, and after 20 years of doing this, you have word of mouth, too. You have all these ambassadors out there for preborn who are the moms, right?
So, it's pro-mom, it's pro-baby, it is pro-life. We're not embarrassed of it. The other side, they are loud and proud. They're wrong, but they're loud, man. Now, we don't have to be loud in a rude sense, but we should not be embarrassed or ashamed of standing for the truth about life. So the whole world, influencers, stars, celebrities, everybody's pushing. The media, the money, everything's pushing in the other direction. And we have the chance just to stand for life today and provide an ultrasound. Just give her the truth. Be a friend. Be a friend to a girl today, what she needs the most today. A girl who's found out the last month or a couple of weeks that she's pregnant. She's going to make a decision in the next month about what to do. And whatever decision she makes, that will be her memory for this time of year, for the rest of her life. For Mother's Day, we just came out of Mother's Day. You imagine next year at Mother's Day, the memory she will have. She will have a memory about what she chose to do. And we just want her to have the truth. That's it. It's not even low pressure. It's no pressure. Give the truth today.
Well, and in the era of the Dobbs decision now, obviously you have some states that are more interested in promoting the truth and promoting life as the loving option here. but Illinois isn't one of them. Correct. And so this is, a way to be a little bit countercultural when it comes to Illinois and to be able to do something that's impactful, even if we can't do something that's impactful politically in the immediacy.
Well, for a long time we waited for the right president at the right time with the right Congress and the right court, the right mood to do the right thing. And look where we are today. Look where Illinois is today.
Right.
I mean, and honestly, it's almost like abortion trafficking. You have girls and women in Indiana say, hey, no worries, man. Come over here.
Oh, we promote it.
Well, I was going to say,
we'll pay
Gavin,
for your hotel. We'll pay for your transportation. But it's our tax dollars that are paying for it.
Gavin Newsom bought billboard space in Texas, and the billboards read, of course, we're a very conservative state on this issue. The billboards read, having trouble getting an abortion here? Come to California.
Yeah, it is almost.
He put up a billboard?
Billboards.
They call it tourism. I think I like trafficking better.
It's like they have destination weddings. This is
I
like
know.
Destination.
No,
abortions are 40% here in Illinois.
Yeah, for Illinois, I mean, because we are surrounded by more sensible states like Iowa and Missouri and Indiana. And even to some extent Wisconsin, to some extent. But I mean, it's just really interesting to think about the approach that's taken, because here, I mean, it is so grotesque that it is seen as like an industry.
Mm-hmm. Sure it is.
Yeah, I mean, we joke about this all the time. It's a mob economy. It's death, drugs, gambling. These are our cottage
Assisted
industries
suicide.
in Illinois now. Yeah.
But today, if you want to be a part of it, all you have to do is go to the phone. It's an easy phone number to remember. It's 833-850-BABY. 833-850-2229. 833-850-BABY. Or go to the website. You just go to
560theanswer.com/preborn. We're asking for a one-time donation of $140.
Sure.
And that'll provide a free ultrasound for 5 women and their babies, but any donation would be much appreciated.
Would, absolutely. And there's nothing magical about 28. 28's good. A lot of people decided really to do the $28 a month because you hardly know it's gone. I mean, it's less than $1 a day. And every single month you save a baby. If you do it that way, that's great. Or sometimes I got it now, I want to give it now.
Yeah.
So a couple $100, that's great.
How did you
more.
get involved in this?
As I said, I've been pro-life my whole life, really, my whole adult life. But I was really frustrated with a lot of the things that I saw that not that I think there's a place for all the different things, but I was never a person to stand on a street corner with a bullhorn and sort of seemingly harass people into don't you know what you're doing sort of thing. I was never like that. But I always felt like the truth is powerful if it can be heard. If you just give the truth, it's going to make a difference. The truth can beat a lie, but not if it isn't heard. And this, I guess we became aware of it about 10 years ago. 10 years into Preborn, I became aware of what Preborn was doing. And just made the phone call and said, we want to help any way we can. And I come from a long radio background, so if we can help tell this story, if we can help you by going on the radio, we want to do it. We're pro-life. We're unashamedly pro-life. The world loves to beat us down and make us embarrassed of the positions that we hold. And I'm not embarrassed. I am pro-life. I'm pro-woman. In my case, I'm pro-gospel. And so that's where I come from. That's my motivation. And so we want to do it today. We want as many people to join us as possible. We have just today here to save about 100 babies with $2,800. We do more than that. That'd be great. But really, any amount's going to make a difference. And I like to say, let's draw the circle big. Yeah. I mean, everybody do something. No matter what you do. It's not about how much. It's about how many will say, you know what, I'm going to be heard, not just in word, but in deed. I'm pro-life, and I'm going to make a difference today. When you go to bed tonight, you're going to know you saved a baby when you provide an ultrasound with Preborn today. And
the focus is on ultrasounds, but as you heard from Scott, Preborn's approach is holistic, which I really like too, and I do like the sort of horse-to-water approach as well. $140 provides a free ultrasound for 5 women and their babies. The goal that we have here is $6,000, which would represent 43 babies saved. To make a donation of $140 or $15,000 if you want to provide an ultrasound machine, any amount, as Scott said, go to 560theanswer.com/preborn, 560theanswer.com/preborn. The phone number again is
833 833-850-2229.
Or baby.
Oh, yeah.
So
833-850-BABY.
850-BABY.
That's right.
And he is Scott Wilder, spokesman for Preborn. Scott, thanks so much for joining us.
Great
Appreciate
pleasure. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Hear about the big stories of the day, then talk about them right here on Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Perhaps you're a collector, or perhaps all of a sudden you have a collection. Maybe it's an inheritance. How do you know what it's worth? This is Sean Thompson for Donnelly Auction. The market for antiques and collectibles is changing all the time. What is your collection worth right now? Well, I've got an easy way to find out. It's simple. You contact Donnelly Auctions with their worldwide audience of live and in-person auctions. They have a good idea of how to tell you exactly what it's worth at exactly right now. They're ready to put top dollar in your